So nicely overcasted today. This is the entrance into Otjiwarongo, and I felt like working today, but I didn't organize with Lucas or Simon to come in today. So I thought that I'm going to wanna repair from the holiday. You need a holiday after a holiday. Anyway guys, I felt like working today, so I'm gonna pick up some of the day laborers. Now I locked my car just to show you what it looks like when they swamp you. Now I don't know how many there's going to be on a Sunday, but I would be able to show you when I put them in, because I have to be careful and I have to negotiate with them. But normally when you stop, they just absolutely come running, and if you have a pickup, they keep on jumping on the pickup. So this is at one of our agriculture shops, Agra, which is doing okay. And then there's only 4 people here, so let's drive a circle. So actually I had to pull off and check whether I wanted to use that clip, because the idea was to, normally there's 50 people here, and when you stop they swamp you, and that was what I was going for in this video clip. But okay, so it's good for them today. There's only 4 people. I'm just gonna stop and load some, and there's not gonna be any swamping, I think, today. Pull off and you just show them a finger like this. That means 1, and then they start running. More mana. So this is the back of the friendly forest. This is the 4 workers that I picked up. So one is understanding the idea of marking. They all understand the idea of slope, it seems, so they will be putting out the soil on the right place. So the one in the red hat is marking first, while the other one starts digging. And giving them a clear indication of how deep I want the pits. So this is exactly wrong. And it seems like I have Moremi joining us, which is fantastic. Okay, let me show you a friendly forest quickly. All the growth here, this is incredible. It's so cool. When the guys stopped here, they said, oh, there must be a lot of water here. I see this farm has got a lot of water. I tried to explain to them the walls and the zipers and things, but I don't know whether it went in. But yes, it's nice to hear when somebody stops at your land and they believe that you get more rain than everybody else. Okay, mulberry tree gets fed from that hole over there and that hole over there. With all of this growth, it's becoming now difficult to see the holes. And then I want to show you something that's very interesting to me. See this? Normally you would cut out a tree like that, and it will be cut out eventually, because it's not friendly, and this is the friendly forest. But look how much better this hole is doing with this thorn tree that wasn't supposed to be planted here, and this moringa in here, and this mulberry, all in the same hole. How much better this is doing, for instance, than this one over here. Now, this one isn't doing bad, don't get me wrong, but that's just incredible growth over there. It's just incredible. Yes. Still see the remnants of moisture 5 days later, and so we are transforming this land piece by piece. All of this is what do you call this, sorghum, all around. That's just been planted wrongly. The nice thing about planting things wrong is that it serves as an example, and it serves as a learning curve. So my wife always asks me, how many times do I have to tell the kids to clean up behind themselves when she's frustrated with them? And I tell her 1 more time. It's always just 1 more time. You'll tell them for 10 years and then they'll learn. And so people probably misunderstood my comments about my workers yesterday. It is a frustration, but it's not the end of the world. I will tell them 1 more time. And each day I will tell them 1 more time. And then 10 years from now, they might start doing it exactly the right way every time. So we've been cutting loads and loads of grass every day, and wheelbarrows full. You can see how the horses they waiting for my Remy to finish. They know exactly what he's doing, and they know what's coming, and they can't wait. So as soon as the rain falls, there's millions and millions of these little, we call them Dyson-put, 1,000 legs, multipedes I think they called in English, popping up. This one discovered Lucina plant. You can see in this tire alone there's 1, 2, and that one was killed somehow, but it looks like almost it was crushed by something heavy. How do you get crushed by something heavy inside of a tire? Questions like that we'll never answer, or maybe just pecked at by a bird and then it's squashed or something. Anyway, so I'm torn whether I should leave this guy, have him finish my Lucina. Actually, I'm not torn between it. You go, boy. Okay, so 1 down, 1 million to go. When I was at Emmanuel's house the other day, and I saw that, let me just turn the camera, and I saw that lemon trees that was eaten by the worms. I realized that our lemon trees were not eaten by the worms completely, and the reason for that is we just looked at them and we saw a moth or two, or worm or two from the citrus moth. We just removed them, problem solved. So a little change, small change, literally just 1 minute of work, or less, a couple seconds. Just check the tree. Oh, something's eating it. Oh, let's see if we can find a worm. Oh, here's a worm. We remove it, and Bob's your uncle. It makes the whole season of growth completely different for that tree. That was just something I thought about now when I removed that centipede. You can see the guys there working in the back. They sound very nice when they do work, chatting, and keep on working and always laughing, which is quite a nice thing. So the next thing we'll be doing is we're building another Zai pit, or fertility pit in here, just like these ones over here that catch water, and then there's a little bit of worm castings in there, and then they feed the trees around them. Oh, almost fell into one of these planting pits. And then we are planting the baobab today. So we added 2 shovels of these, and then we are mixing it with soil. Miskien moet jy weer two again. Maybe put another 2 and then mix it again. Nog 2 weer, ja, asseblief. And so our choice was, well, my first choice was to put it on this side at the friendly forest. And the reason for that is the friendly forest, the water capturing system works fantastically. If you look at the air footage, this is done with almost no water. It's far away from the river, no extra water, just rainwater. So the capturing system here works fantastically. So my first idea was to plant it here, so the baobab root can go in there and then also tap from this. Now obviously this watering system here works alright as well. Damien's forest, the problem with Damien's forest is there's no catchment. So the watering system isn't what I like that much. But the main difference between the 2 forests at the moment is this is clay soil and that's sandy soil. So first I dug just a test pit to see what the soil looks like here. You clearly see it's clay, and then I decided to go over and rather do it in Damien's forest. It's just 20 meters difference, but it can make a hell of a difference in the baobab tree's life. Now you can see how close the water actually do get to the tree, how wet it is all the way. There's moisture, moisture, moisture all the way up here. So as soon as the roots catch here, it will have moisture. They like growing next to rivers in the north, and they like growing in sandy soil. That's the reason I decided to put it here. Okay, so just after the drone footage that you see now, I quickly want to do show you the interview I did with the guys. This is the papaya patch. It's also almost basically 100% rain fed at this stage as well. So everything you see here green here is because of the rain. There's a couple of papayas still alive, but then there's also some olive trees and things like that that's still alive. Now I'm still wonky with the drone. This drone footage is about 6 minutes long, which is a bit much longer than I usually put in, but I wanted to take some time and do some footage that I can use as a before and after. Here you can see the corn patch and the swale going up there. There's the little greenhouse. Now those green lines that you see there is a weed that grows now. And it grows everywhere. The difference between me and the neighbors is that they are taking it out and I am letting it grow. So a lot of the things on my land that you see green is a ground cover of a pioneer plant at the moment. But you can clearly see there's a lot of green there. Green, green, green. Now that is the training ring and the arena, and then that's my family's land right next to me. But you'll be able to clearly see the difference between my land and theirs as well. Yeah, I'm just going a bit closer to the corner. This is basically my corner there on the bottom right now, or it was on the bottom right. Let's go down a little bit and see if I can show you some clearer pictures. Obviously I'm not controlling the drone at the moment as I'm speaking, so I'm trying to remember what I did. Trying to predict where I'm going. Okay, yeah, papaya patch again below us, lots of greenland. Now the guys that I did the interview with afterwards, I showed them the drone footage and they said, oh, you must really teach us how to pray, because they couldn't believe it, what they saw. And I'm wondering whether you can see it. Okay, so here we're going over the river. This is the Damien's forest right below us. And then the one with all the holes, that's the friendly forest where we're currently planting things. All the green that you see here is because of water harvesting structures. You will see that I did take some footage of the river where it leaves my land, and you'll see there's no green there. It's just because of water harvesting structures that this is the way it is. You can also see the difference between Lucas's lines and the guys that was working today. Lucas worked very nice and clear and straight lines, and these guys just worked haphazardly, but I did dig them nice and deep, so that makes my heart happy. Okay, I think now we're going to the edge quickly. See, this is the river below us. Now geography did play a big role in my success. I chose a land with a river in it. It makes a difference, but okay, right here you need to check where the green stops. That's where my land stops. As soon as you leave my land, there's no more green. Simple as that. That patch there is actually my brother-in-law's moringa patch. I don't know why they have no moringa this year, but normally they have quite a successful harvest of moringa growing up here. Now again, grass and weeds. This is what causes this green. We don't take out our weeds, we leave them. They will turn into biomass. It's an annual devil's thorns. That's why they are being taken out by the other people. But I'm sure they add a lot of value in some way. So that's my corner right in the middle of the screen, right on the right now of the screen. That's my top corner. You can see the other people's land. They've got trees, and the trees are turning green. There's even a little bit of water in the moisture in that dam over there, but they've got no green veggie stuff at all. Just going up and down a little bit. You can clearly see the swell standing out. And then on the right here, if you go down, you'll be able to see quite a lot of new grasses and things popping up as well, being protected. My sister-in-law told me she caught some of the guys chasing their cattle onto our land on purpose. So we'll have to thicken the fence a bit as well, just to stop those guys bringing their animals onto our land. So the arena serves as a big capturement area. I want to put a swale or something behind it because it's a clay arena. It's not ideal for horses actually, but it does catch a lot of runoff when it does rain. Okay, so we're basically now at the end of the movie. I just wanted to go and check again what the guys are doing. Go down here, and yeah, you can see the African smiles on this clip. You can see it a little bit clearer, the amount of green that they add. Yeah, and then that's from pushing the river pushing up because of the on the right, basically that's river pushing up. This is all mulberries and all sorts of other vegetation growing because of the water that we capture here. And on the right below us right now, that is the swale, one swale coming in. See, there's also a lot of growth in there. Right, I think that is the end of our air footage. Let me show you the interview quickly. Right manne, dankie dat julle kom werk het vandag. Zeg vir my, wat is jou naam?
My naam is Samuel.
Samuel. Samuel, zeg vir my, wanneer laas het jy gewerk voor vandag? Die laaste keer wat jy gewerk het?
Ek?
Ja, voor vandag.
Ek net daar by die, ek kan met die Paterberg.
Okay, nee, ek sê voor vandag, die laaste peacetime job wat jy gekry het.
Die laaste job?
Ja?
Hierdie jaar?
Nou, hierdie week.
Nee, nie gewoon. Soos is nie vandag nie?
Nie vandag nie, voor.
23 Desember.
23 Desember. Hoeveel dae wat jy gekry het, laaste job?
Vir my miskien is 2 weke.
2 weke. Gaan jy elke dag by Agra?
Ja, ek gaan elke dag.
Elke dag dan sit jy, dan wag jy nou en kry jy nie 'n job nie.
As ek niks kry, dan stap ek maar terug.
Wat is jou naam? Zacharias Toeset. Tate? Wanneer was die laaste keer wat jy werk gehad het?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Ja.
Okay. En elke dag sit jy dan wag jy die job. Wat is dit?
'n week.
'n week. Hoeveel kinders het julle? Hoeveel kinders het jy?
Ek het daar 3 keer.
3 kinders.
Man en vrou.
Seentjie en
2 man.
2 seentjies?
Ja,
en 'n vrou. En jy, tate?
Met 2.
2 kinders.
Ja.
En wat seentjie en 'n dogtertjie?
Seun en 'n meisie.
Seun en 'n meisie.
Ja.
3 kinders. 3 kinders.
Ja?
4. En julle vrouens werk hulle? Het hulle werk? Jou vrou het sy werk? Nee. Nie werk nie. En julle daarom goed geëet vandag? Ja. Dan sê gou vir my, julle sien nou vandag, né? Kyk daar agter. Is die lyn van die water wat ons gevang het hierso. Sien julle, hier is die lyn van die water waar hy gestaan het. Ja. Nou sê ek vir julle, nou vra ek vir julle, ek vertel altyd die manne hierso wat maak ons hierso. Daar waar julle bly. Het julle seker groot gras gesien soos hierdie? Niks gras gesien nie. In Otjiwarongo, julle enige plek gesien wat groen is soos hierdie plas?
Maar net bietjie agter die amidst.
Agter die amidst. Ja. Is daar een plek wat bietjie groen is. En by jou dorp, waar jy slaap?
Ja, ons sê lokasie daar so. Dat is bietjie groot is, maar hy groot is nie groot soos hierdie goed nie. Net klein goedjies.
Soos daai.
Ja,
wat nou begin kom. Maar niks is so groot as hierdie. Okay. Hoekom dink julle is dit so? Hoekom dink julle is hierdie plaas groener as daar waar julle sit slaap?
Miskien daar is mense wat dit en daar is mense nie wat dit nie. Ons dink ook so. Party mense hulle bid mos. Party mense hulle boer maar hulle bid nie.
Ja, so ek dink dit gaan oor die bid.
Ja, as jy die bid hierin hierdie kon.
Ja. So julle dink hierdie plaas het meer reën gekry as die ander plaas?
Grond ook.
Ja?
Grond. En hier sê ons die grond is. Dit is manure. Dat is die setting manure.
Jy sê hy het 'n bietjie manure binnegaan. Ja. Ja, julle het nou die hele dag by verskillende plekke gegrawe. En julle sê die grond hy lyk mooi.
Vir die plan ook is mooi.
Okay, nee, is reg, dankie manne. Dankie dat julle vandag gewerk het. Ek waardeer. Ons kan chilla. Bye.